Hey everyone, and welcome back to Ramblr feature videos. If you haven't seen any of our videos before, my name is Drago, and I am one of the AI leads here at Ramblr. And in these videos, we like to show you all the features that our platform has, all the new features we keep adding, also mini tutorials on how to use them, and sometimes sneak peeks on things that are coming up. On today's video, I wanted to tell you about the improvements we've made and all of the new additions on the anomaly detection system. So what is this? The idea is, regardless of how good your machine learning models are, right, or how good your annotators are, there's always things that fall through the cracks, right? You're going to have an object that was missed, a mask that was misannotated, and again, this is just part of the annotation process at scale. But the key is to be able to find where these errors happen and then point them out, and ideally also maybe suggest ways on how to fix them. And this is exactly what our anomaly detection system does. So, of course, there's a myriad of anomalies that are possible, and therefore we have multiple methods to look for them, right? And right now I'm going to show you kind of our default version, right? So what we have here is just a view of a pipeline that's already finished. So we're going to zoom in. You can see it already says finished, right? And I went through. But the idea is that this is in our, most standard pipeline, the one that works the best for, most cases we've seen so far. And we have a step for machine pre-annotation, so fill in any masks that we can before and all our information about the video. Then we find our keyframes, right? Our frames that are the most relevant, the most likely to be beneficial for propagating their masks across the video, right? This is all then prepared, and we go into our Pro annotation step, right? This is our main annotation tool, the one you've seen in multiple of our videos. Now, after the Pro, after this human step, there's an anomaly detection step that looks in particular at the annotations that the humans perform and looks for inconsistencies, right? So this looks something like this. What you see here is in the timeline here, you see there's only one frame annotated every so many, and they're marked here. These are the actual keyframes, right, that were detected. And of course, there's nothing in between. They're only the keyframes are annotated, so I can go to a random frame and there's nothing. And what we see here, actually, is that there's a little red mark here. It's like, oh, what is that? And there's little warnings here. It's telling me the object have anomaly. So if I click on this, you'll see it pulls out the side panel, and it's telling us there's an object mismatch between an object in frame 29 and 154. We think these objects might be the same, but they are annotated differently, right? And then if we look closely, you'll see that they are marked here in the corresponding frames. Now, of course, I can go and start alternating between the frames and see what is happening. Oh, seems like this guy's annotated as toes here, even though over here is a glass. But we can do that much easier if we just look here in our side panel and we click on compare. And right away, you see that the two frames involved with the two objects involved are shown directly. Not only that, you can actually just click here to change the above to glass or the above to toast, right, so that they're even, so that we resolve the anomaly, right? And then it's up to the human to decide, of course, but now you're pointed directly, not just to the issue, but the actual solution, right? And also, of course, yeah, I can click, well, actually, I would like to see this go straight to the frame, or I can just dismiss the anomaly because maybe the objects are actually correctly annotated, right? Not only that, we also have, you don't even have to look at it. If you're already like, no, oh, okay, this was a mistake, you can go straight to the quick fix, where it's telling us you can just pick one of the two, right? So say the object is actually glass on both or toast on both, and it'll resolve the anomaly right away, and then you can just fly through correcting them, right? Now, as I mentioned, this is at the keyframe level, but we also have a further anomaly detection step in the pipeline, So again, so we did the anomaly detection, then you have a chance to correct the mistakes. This step is skipped if there's no mistakes, and it goes straight into mask propagation, right? Because this is what we want. We don't want masks in just these few frames that we annotated. We want masks throughout the entire video, right? And then after mask propagation, sometimes this is done in parallel in multiple segments in the video, and this is why we have a sync step to make sure all of them are finished, and then we put them together, right? And then we have another anomaly detection step to make sure that now the video has consistent annotations and contains all the different objects, right? And this is what we see here. So what you can see here is now we have all the timelines are complete. So if I just play the video, we'll see the objects are annotated across the frames, right? But, oh no, so we see actually objects that have anomalies here, because we have, again, checks at this level as well. You can see it also at the side panel. In fact, it's telling us which types of anomalies there are. We can filter for them, right? Or we can just go through and click them. The first one, we can click on it, and then it'll obscure all the other ones, right, to allow you to focus. It's just another object mismatch like we saw before, right? It's telling us, again, the frames and which objects are involved. And this is actually not that apparent, right? Like, if we look at the timeline, it just looks continuous. But then if we play through it, you'll see that it actually switches for just one frame. It, right here, flips, right? You have glass toast, and then toast glass, and then it flips again, right? Of course, I introduced this manually, but you can see that the system can detect even these little gaps that actually, if you just play the video through, right, are not that easy to see unless you're an experienced annotator, right? Now, as mentioned, there was another anomaly shown, and it's out here, and it's this missing mask. So if we look at the video, right, we play it, and there's a bottle of milk there, and then the mask just disappears. Oh no, right? And now you can see our anomaly detection system can find the anomaly, can tell us in which range is the milk missing, right? And it's telling us which object, and then we can go ahead, and again, this is our Pro, our editing tool, so we actually can go start it and then just repropagate the segment with the milk, and that's it, we're done. And yeah, that's kind of it for our new anomaly detection additions. Again, we're trying to enhance the user experience at most levels, and also our methods are much more refined. As mentioned, these are our default methods, right? The ones that we've seen work in most cases. Of course, we have other methodologies for detecting, for example, misshaped masks and things like that, or missing objects in particular that you care about, that you know should be in your video. And these are the ones that we can customize for our clients, right, depending on your requirements. And that's kind of it for today. So thank you for sticking around. Definitely let us know if you have any thoughts, any questions, ideas, etc. And yeah, hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.